Elegbete TV Radio.
One day Bushmeat go catch the hunter. One day Bushmeat go catch the hunter. No shaking, no Bushmeat the catch hunter for here. We're just chilling. Na South Sultan here, so na champions the chill here. No, no. Seriously speaking, this is South Sultan. Now I be now. I don't give it. No shout too much. No shaking. We there. Yeah. No shaking.
My name is Frank. Frank Idemudia Alapa. That's my name. Talking sports, my game. And I am the greatest. I love listening to Elegbete TV Radio. For undiluted, unadulterated, it's probably replicated, but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elegbete TV Radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakuro, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
Elegbete TV Radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen. You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.
All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Adafe Matthew S. Organa. You love to call me the Elegbete One of Sports. I'm here with Benedict Eki. Yes, our kid Dynamite was doing wonderful, wonderful things every time he's on the microphone, whether he's sitting on that end or he's on the presenter's side of the divide. Wonderful, wonderful one. And thank you to everybody who always join us every day on YouTube and Instagram, as well as listening on the mobile application, Elegbete TV Radio, on your Android phones, as well as on the website www.elegbete.tv.com/radio. You want to join in on this show by calling, making a contribution. The number to call is 07025 000069. Yes, that's the number to call. Wherever you are, let's get the show started. Let me start with Benedict. Benedict, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Edaf. How you doing? How was your weekend? Because mine was fine. I want to try to emulate your lifestyle of not giving two about every other thing that happens in the world.
I don't give.
But here we are, the World Cup. First things first, I'm very proud to be an African right now.
I'm so proud to be African. Where's Wyclef John when you need him? YouTube will not allow me to play that song now.
Yeah,
because of it.
I'm so proud to be an African. I don't know if sorry, I carry once upon a time a season to trend as well. So it's all just mixed up as the World Cup leading to the Christmas. We're here to see how it goes. Just 6 days away from the finals. It is right now. Man, it's been 1 year to remember. 1 year to surely remember. And this is me saying it from December 12th. That's really saying something though. But a lot happened. As like I said, I'm very, very proud to be an African right now. No one in the whole wide world saw it's coming. I'm pretty sure if I was a bookmaker, Morocco to win this World Cup would be like a minus. If you stick, you're eventually going to lose your money. There's no guarantee. Let's be realistic here. But
not even to win the World Cup, to get to the semifinals.
Yeah,
Morocco to be in the semifinals, like it's incredible. And I also didn't see this Croatia team. I thought that the way the Belgian team have aged, the Croatian team also would have aged, and they would not be in this place. Who surprised you most? Croatia, that came from being the finalists last time at France, that were also, the defending champions. It's looking like right now. It's looking like France are going to defend the World Cup. In my lifetime, nobody's defended the World Cup. No, absolutely nobody's defended the World Cup in my lifetime. I'm gonna be 45 in 2 weeks or so. Yeah, exactly 14 days from today, I'll be 45. In 45 years of my life on earth, I've not seen any country defend the World Cup. It's not looking like a slight possibility that would happen. But as I say, worry. Instead of Maluto lost more quantity. Right now, I'm in that mood of saying Morocco just win it. Okay, I gave this World Cup to Argentina from before the first ball was kicked, before the draw was made, and I created all sort of permutation. Argentina, Brazil in the finals, but once that draw was made and they were going to meet in the semifinals, I ruled that one out. And then
I
I
made
created
Portugal.
an impossible one route for Portugal to sneak their way to the finals. Who would have thought that Morocco would be the team to stop that snake? Well, agree. Cristiano Ronaldo's drama with Manchester United might be the excuse that the star-studded Portugal team would have to give now that his interview was ill-timed because it is to the end of the season, the break of the season, and I look like something that affected Portugal at the World Cup. That's an excuse anyway. Uh, a pastor back in the day when I was still in Assemblies of God preached a sermon in 1991, and he titled it "Your Excuse Is Not a Reason." And you know, his name is Pastor Silas Oduebolu. And every time in my life that I've like have to want to give excuse for my failures, for my inability to be proactive or to be active, I always remember that your excuse is not a reason. So all take responsibility and move on and find a way to do something and stop making excuses. And that's also one of the reasons why if you work with me, nothing pisses me off like you giving me excuses. Once you start giving me excuses, like I don't care how much I like you, love you, or cherish you, how much your relationship with me is up there. Just know that I'm already finding a way to replace you or kick you out of my space. Your excuse is not a reason. And if you go to places where I've worked, one of the things that they would always tell you that I like to say, but something happens, and probably there were only two occasions in my 13 years in Brilla when that happened. One was when Amadou Shabu died. One other one was just a very minor thing, but then it escalated pretty fast. There's only one response I always give. I'm not that one that will tell you because this person didn't do this. I just say sorry, sir. It will never happen again. And people like, why are you so cocksure that it will never happen again? I said because I'll make sure. I will make sure that it never happens again. And in the time that I've been around, I've tried my best to make sure that doesn't happen again. Things like that doesn't happen again. And I think that when you look at Portugal, the squad that they've got, the players that they've got, I think it is sick to even think that they have an excuse. But then again, who goes out there and say, "Oh, um, you have a reason for things that happen to you"? No, I don't think you have a reason. It's just an incredible situation of knowing that no matter what happens here, you are always going to be responsible for what you do, for how they happen, and you take responsibility and go on. Portugal will have themselves to blame. They could blame Cristiano Ronaldo, but when we focus too much on Portugal, it makes us not to give credit to whom credit is due, and that is Morocco. Their coach, I mean, I saw some stats how Morocco have invested, how this has happened, and that has happened, and the CAF Champions League, they are the champions, the CAF Confederations Cup, they are the champions. The coach won the league with Wydad, came to the national team, not up to 5 months, because when we went to the Nations Cup, I failed and we didn't qualify for the World Cup. So the time that they gave Iguain was too short. This guy wasn't even a football director, but look at what he's done with the team. He's turned Morocco to a country of first at the very highest level. At the beginning of the World Cup, it was all, "Oh, why did NFF not employ Averena?" I'm sure nobody's talking about that anymore, about anything about Averena anymore. Now everybody is going to talk about how we did not, let's find a way to employ the Moroccan coach, as if we can even pay him in the first place. Because right now, if I take a country to the semifinals of the World Cup and you want to employ me, you better be willing to pay me what Pep Guardiola earns. If not, forget about it. That said, let me get from you. Well, first of all, let me take a few of the greetings on Instagram and a few messages on YouTube. I've not been around for a while, so let me reconnect with my digital community. I will explain why I've not been around anyway. Sinus, say good morning, brother. Good morning to you. Farami joined us. Jacob, Giorgio, 1985. Isemingo Bros Redo. I want to believe that you were born in 1985. Hey, one of the Kingdom, my blood. That's my blood brother, man. That guy, you need any Niger data for that's the guy to go to. Carly Jane, 19. He said, good morning, Cinema. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Uh, that's a professional footballer. Are you still in Cyprus or where's that place that you are in again? Let me take a few messages from YouTube first before I come to you, Benedict. You're going to be doing a lot of talking, but just wait a minute. Teacher Lavoma say good morning, Elevator family. Can't wait for today's episode to start. And then Oduni Remleko, aka the Emperor, went on to say, Musti 101 on Instagram, say greetings, bros. Happy for Morocco. Wallahi. All right. Oduni Remleko, aka the Emperor, say good morning, all. And then went on to say, weekend of beautiful magic, surprise of football moment. I enjoyed it every bit. Even the Ogbanje team gave me a scare. God have mercy upon us. Additional Lafoma said France should be ready for Morocco. Okay, that is the finals before the finals. France has not had it good with African teams in the last two meetings at the World Cup. So this is the match. Then Oduni Rameleko, the Emperor, came up and said Morocco surprised me the most this World Cup, conceding just one goal and it's just from an own goal. Oh, impressive. Additional Lavoma not wanting to be left out of the conversation. Hey, that's Tokpa Kimoyo. Nice. I can see Tokpa Kimoyo somewhere there. And he said Morocco has every right to believe in winning the World Cup. It is time for now. It is time to not believe in this dream. Okay? They broke that jinx. No one saw this coming. Dini Ramelekon also, they're running neck to neck like a Ferrari and a Bugatti, saying France will not find it easy, but I expect them to progress, even though I don't want them to. Argentina all the way. And my brother, my friend, my personal person, one of the most skillful football player I ever had the opportunity to coach and probably manage for a while. Talk by Akimoyo, joining to Lagos. Together we came to Lagos and just got out of school now doing your youth service somewhere. You know, one of those brave soldiers of football. Last week we talked about how football. Okay, I was at the Mission 89 event when I was talking about how football sucked the life and soul out of you. How I went to Warri in October and I went to Isi College and I still see people that are older than me still jogging on the field, on the college field, and hoping that an agent will come and take them to China or Malaysia or Hong Kong. And you know, it's hard to be able to, you know, get out of it, especially when you're very skillful, very talented, and then go back to school. But Tokpa Kimoyo is one of those that we should salute for his courage, his strength, and ability to re-engineer his life. I appreciate you for that. In regards to you, your wife, and your baby. Tokpa Kimoyo say good morning, all. And Tosi Adebambo say welcome back. And Tokpa Kimoyo say never saw Morocco in this level. Welcome back, boss. Thank you very much for having me back. While I was gone, let me give you a breakdown of what happened. Okay, so Mission 89, an organization that is a sub of FIFA, so it's a branch of FIFA. You know, of course, I am an ambassador of Mission 89, and I'm like the voice of Mission 89. We're having our first African event. Mikel Obi was there, myself, Ricky Ware, you know, a Scottish guy who's become an African boy. He's a man anyway, who's loved Africa so much. I'm supposed to have an interview with him today, but his movement is so much that I can't track him, but I'll find a way to do a Zoom interview with him so that you guys will see what this man is doing on the African continent in Kenya and other part of Africa. And a host of others, the Interpol representative was there. Ladies in Sports was well represented. A whole lot of dignitaries were there, and we had fun at Utopia 2022 at the Wave Beach. It was fantastic. And then I had an event, Fashion Meets Automobile. If you are on my WhatsApp status, obviously you would have seen me shining like a billionaire, opening every available Mercedes-Benz, brand new ones, 2021, 2022. And I saw people giving me congratulations. I took it. I didn't buy the car, I must be honest, but I took it because I should drive away with those cars one of these days. And one way or the other, you know, just as it is, we had this fashion event that was put together by Mercedes-Benz, and Ngolongolo Couture, who happens to be my fashion designer as well. And it was very, very beautiful. And let me say this, I've also got good news for those people who's been asking me, okay, what's up on the podcast? What happened? What's the last one? And then Sonalisa, and then what's it called? John Fashional, and nothing else again. Well, we're going into recording this week. Okay, this week I'm going into camp. We're going to recording, and from Wednesday, so I'm going to be here tomorrow. From Wednesday, I'm out of here. Okay, very early in the morning, I'm going to camp, and we're recording. It's going to be this time around. It's going to be Victor. Remember, Amokachi Peter is traveling, so we excused him. Kenneth Omiro's season doesn't end until on the 19th, but if he comes around, if he comes back, we'll find a way to get that one done. But myself and the Godfather, Emmanuel, we're back again on the beat. And this time, when we are done recording, we most likely will, apart from putting it on YouTube, bring it to a television near you. So you might be seeing us on DSTV, or probably Showmax, or wherever it is. I probably on Netflix. Okay, we're working so hard. And I also was shooting a comedy satire courtroom drama. Okay, we took the hard tackle to a different level. Okay, and we shot it. Ali Baba is the judge, and we had Lasisi, we had Flora, we had Wofai, we have Omini, and a host of other people. And so all of that has been going on since, right? All that's been going on since, and a few other things as well have been going on in my space. I hope you guys understand. I want to say massive thank you to Benedict for standing in for me. Thank you very much, Benedict, for the great job that you've done. Having you as a lieutenant, as a protege, really have made the job easy for me. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
How was it for you, anyway, doing it back to back?
It was fine. It was fine. Friday, I don't know what's with me on Fridays. I think I kind of went on balance. But the Thursday one was, as usual, was always a fire. It was always a fire. And just this restriction of not playing music in live.
It's a show to talk sports. Yeah. Don't even think of playing music, please. How come I spoil the show? It's 1 hour. You can't talk sports for 1 minute, 1 hour, then you're not prepared.
No. I'm not saying play music. I'm saying play music while talking in the background. That's what I meant.
This is not music and sports.
that was not the point of the whole thing.
I'm just telling you.
I just like the vibe that comes with it. But
I will beat you.
I'm sorry. But it was in total good. I really appreciate it.
Sports buffet.
Okay.
Sports mede in English. Buffet. Sports buffet. You don't play music. You give people sports. Before you run from football, Formula 1, tennis, wrestling, and everything, 1 hour don't reach. Okay? Even if you allocate 10 minutes to esports, it's still not going to be enough. So I don't know where you're looking for music in the background for. Well, let me go to Instagram and see what my people there have been saying. Chooks 9000 joined us. Ada Williams 1 is say 100%. Well done, bro. Thank you very much. Jumaria Poi Resources Limited say we are Africans. Okay, everybody's happy to be African now. Yeah, you guys don't want to Japan anymore. You don't want to imagine if Nigeria now was the team that got to the semifinals. All the Japanians will run back. I don't know, but it's one of those things. Gregory Okonji Iwalia. I always don't know how to pronounce that name. Good evening, Elevator One. Where are you reaching me for? That you're saying good evening. Where are you reaching me from? Okay. Ada Williams one, he said, I want to see Morocco in the finals. Me too. And Ada Williams says, your picture says you're very beautiful. Okay. Argentina versus Morocco, and Messi will win the World Cup. Okay. Is it like you guys are looking for the easy route for him? And then eventually Morocco go and beat Argentina in the finals. What a day. What a day. I will trek from here to Morocco. So again, I've already booked to go to Morocco next year in March or April. I'm hoping between now and then I'll be able to raise the money myself. And probably 1 or 2 members of the crew, myself, Kalijaye and Siko, will go to Morocco and go find out for real what's happening in Morocco. They must be doing something right that we'll learn from. After the whole excitement, after the reggae comes the blues. After all the reggae and everything, let's get down to them and find out. If you see somebody doing something better than you, you've got to go learn from them. And this is an opportunity for us to go learn from Morocco. Let's go find out what they know that we don't know. That's made it so easy for them to slide in, and with the Moroccan coach. Not use the word look. I don't like it. Okay.
I think you've been basically saying that this way. Nigeria is not a footballing nation.
Yeah, we're not a
That's where
footballing
you-
nation.
you
We're not a
segregate-
footballing.
that's
We're not a footballing nation actually. If Morocco make it to the final, I pray they win it. Okay, me too. Big Sammy underscore OG says any truth to the rumor, okay, of Africa gaining an extra slot for the World Cup in 2026 due to Morocco making no. Africa already had extra slots. Africa is going to provide 9 teams to the 2026 World Cup, not because of Morocco making it to the semifinals, but because the teams are now being expanded from 32 to 48. So for that reason, we have additional 4 slots, which is for me still not enough. Anyway, but half bread is better than full shinshi. So let's manage that one. Daily Man, I say I don't support no national team except the African team at this point. Well, in Morocco and Argentina in the final, even though I predicted, I want to celebrate that my prediction come true, that Argentina will win. Believe me, I'll be supporting Morocco 100%. I don't care. Messi wants to cry, let him cry. But we're busy talking about Messi when we've not talked about the magic of one man leading his country through thick and thin. And I'm talking about that man called Luka Modric. Doesn't make noise, no drama, no press. You know, it's aged like a fine wine and it's getting better every single day. Oluyams, my beloved, lovely, who's making progress. And he said, good morning, Big Uncle E, up Morocco, plenty of love. He said, I am so proud of them. They were the dark horses we didn't expect. Even from Africa, nobody expected them to do this well. They top their group, meet everybody. Remember, they beat France in this tournament.
Yeah.
Okay? Beat everybody. Come on, nobody even expected. Morocco was in the same group with Croatia and Belgium. They topped that group. Okay, so the 2 teams are qualified. So that group is the only group that have the 2 qualifiers still in this tournament. Yeah. Amazing. Who would have thought about that? I told you guys that England cannot get past the quarterfinals, right? That's their traditional position. Last World Cup was an exception to the rule. But we're going to talk about that later. Let's read out this message. Gregory Okonji say, bros, I did Melbourne. Oh, close to my sister that you're to me. Right? Oluyams, he said, I want an Argentina Moroccan finals come Sunday. Jacob Giorgio 1985, he said, bros, I'm just scared for Morocco. Why would you be scared? They are in the semifinals already. I'm not scared. It's anybody's game. No, I'm not scared. Why should I be scared? It's anybody's game. They could beat France. They could beat anybody. Come on. He said, bros, I'm just scared for Morocco because most of their first 11 won't be available because of injuries and tiredness and blah, blah, blah. Tiredness will not stop them. They have till Wednesday to play their game. What's that? What kind of tiredness is that? Ogunfaya Maria, my digital babe. Did your husband go hear this? I don't know. She said Modric. Daily Man, I said Luka Modric is outstanding. He's done the midfield. Honestly, Croatia also are a huge threat. Huge threat. All right. And my brother, friend, and one of the most brilliant, one of the most articulate, one of the most sports person that I know, living or dead, Muhammad Ali. And shut up. Yes, I know people like to shut me up. Efetobo Akpochi, brilliant mind, very, very extremely brilliant mind, is also here with us. Remember, our time difference means that he's in the night right now, but so much in love with this radio station, so much in love with what we do, that is always here. Not just here to be online. Remember, this guy is one guy that has shown up for us when I fall short. When my son was sick, this was a guy who just turned up out of nowhere and helped me to pay bills. Thank you so much for always being there, Fetoba Akpochi. Love you. I'm crazily looking forward to your next fight anyway, because something tells me that the energy that you've been keeping, that you've been incubating, the whole kinetic, the whole, universal energy you'll be keeping, somebody's gonna have a good night's sleep. I'm sorry I said it, but somebody's gonna have a good night's sleep. It's not gonna die, but it's just gonna have a good night's sleep. I know that they say you shouldn't be saying it, but that's one of the most interesting moments of your career when you told that guy, good night. Yeah. You know that when somebody talks too much, like say they will beat you, and you give them that punch, like Muhammad Ali used to do. That guy says, say my name. Say my name. It's Muhammad. No, Cassius Clay. Say my name. My name's okay. Don't worry. I will beat you in the ring. 2 minutes and 13 seconds. He said, what's my name? Muhammad Ali. You know, that kind of feeling. Those are the things that make us love sports, okay? I know I was supposed to be talking about the World Cup alone, but I mean, I can't have such a great personality, such an incredible human being, and not pour his flowers to him, okay? He deserves it. He's a great guy. He's a fantastic human being, a human being with a great heart and with an amazing brain. If it's about, feels great having you in my life and in my space, and you make me understand the universe. It's my teacher as well. Make me understand the universe better, the power of the spoken word. Dangerous, he says, good morning, bros. Good morning. I still want my Argentina prediction to come true. And I feel the injuries could be a problem for Morocco. Well, you guys can feel whatever you feel, but please don't fill the Morocco universe with negativity. Let's keep it positive for Morocco. For once, we are Africans and let's be Africans. I don't understand. Like I said, going into this World Cup, I don't give a two rat ass about what the European teams are doing. These guys spend all their years making sure we live in the doldrum. But then our eyes are open, our skills are falling off. We know what to do. We've got to be able to construct, to recreate, and build the universe that we want. I love what the Arabs have done, from the UAE to Qatar to Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, what they have done with their newfound desire to be the best, okay? I love it. And I'm not wishing, but I know that in Africa, we're going to have that kind of uprising as well, the exponential explosion of knowledge, because sometimes the reason why people are backward is a lack of knowledge. Even the Bible that we all carry every day, you know, if it said something to me that seemed very, very profound, you say, now let you cook food, now let you pray, make to cast and bind spirit. Who does God put evil spirit inside the food? I can never forget. Like, that thing was just an eye opener, like, whoa, you know, but it just makes me laugh every time I think about it. And if it says Elegoted TV for life, thank you very much, bros. And then I have Kali Hadley typo. He said, bros, I suggest you having badges so that we can always support in our own little way this great job you're doing. Please take that to the YouTube. There is a way for you to support me on YouTube. But Kali, if everybody's saying this, you shouldn't be saying it. If you want to support me, you know how to support me anyway. I understand what you said, but if you in particular, you my player wants to support me, you know what to do. Yeah, come on. Because sometimes we just leave this, we just put this thing here and leave it there. But the only man I say, man's a great boxer. Talking about if it's over coach. Yes, Gunfire Maria, I say, I want you to talk about Giroud, okay? He's not been given enough credit for his game. Morocco is one of the team I predicted to do well in the World Cup. Luka Modric is a wonder, a very silent, phenomenal player. I agree with you as well on that. If it's my coach, I say always, what examine? He said 3 of Morocco's starting 11 defenders are out. How would this affect them going forward? I think that Morocco have created a team spirit. I don't know what happens, but from here, the thing is, you're either going to look at the cup half full or half empty. I think that Morocco have broken every record in Africa. Africa's target going into the World Cup is to get to the quarterfinals. And then the miracle position is the semifinals. Now we've reached the semifinals. And if you go by African pedigree, Africa takes 10 years to, make a new progress. So the last time was 2010, and 12 years later, we are at the semifinals. Maybe it will take us another 12 years or so to get to the finals. Well, that's talking as an analyst. But then as an African who thinks this just might be your time, Kinako, as the South Africans will say, this just might be your time. And we're talking about this is your time. We also have the era when somebody's saying Emiloko. This might just be Africans Emiloko, right? Okay, so whatever happened, I think team spirit have taken Morocco to where they have gotten to. The guys coming from the bench might just be a lot better. But if in case they get knocked out, by a team, the defending champion in France, who's also, shown every other team that they played against, apart from another African team, Tunisia, that they are a devastating force. You just want to sit back and say, go there and enjoy this game. That's what you will say to the Moroccans. Go there and enjoy this game. But having come this far, why stop here? That's the question I always ask. Having come this far, I remember back in the day when I was in school, right? I always tell myself that I studied my scores, my midterm result, my scores in the test and all that. I was like, having done this, I don't know why I'm going to fail or get like average result. I'm going to be top of the class because that's the only way I can justify all of the seriousness, all of the hard work and everything. And so I go for broke. And I remember too when I was in Brilla, when we do hard tackle, this is how I count it. My first job is to win the first 3 days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When I take out those 3 days, I know that I'm the champion of the week. But having done that already, why not just go for a clean slate and win 5 days of the week in a row? I mean, just so unbeaten. Sometimes I get beaten once, but I think I'm the undisputed, unmatched, unequal champion of hard tackle. Like, yeah, I'm untouched, right? But you have to have a mindset that says, I am the best at this. I am a winner. And I know that a lot of people used to say that if you're too arrogant, you're full of yourself, you can't be calling yourself the best. Well, shop my shit, Hawk Transformer. I don't care. Would you make you feel better if I tell you that I'm the worst person on the planet Earth? I don't understand. Okay? But hey, that's what it is. What it is. I think Morocco should. Why do I keep calling South Africa? What's wrong with me? Okay, I think Morocco should look at themselves and say to themselves, behave like Muhammad Ali here. I am the greatest. I mean this. If I've beaten the teams that I've beaten before, there is no way I'm going to fall down now because there's France. Defending champions, the rules of the game says defending champions get beaten. So beat them and get out of the way. Get into the finals. Okay? And then when you get into the finals, play whatever you want to play. Celebrate. Have fun. You just might win it. You never can tell. Okay, let's see what a lot of you guys have been saying on the YouTube channel. Okay, additional of I say, I don't think that's where I stopped. Okay, Tapa Kimoyo said that never saw Morocco this level, and he said welcome back. And then the digital Avuma says Martinez was just too pompous and insultive in his interview. The Argentines, even in winning, were just too full of themselves. They insulted everybody they cared to talk about. Croatia for the final. Well, you're not in their shoes, so you can say whatever you want to say from the bleachers. If you were in the shoes, you just might say something different. Okay, Additional Alpha is say insulting. I know that. But then you remember, like I said, Mr. Additional, Netherlands were making match before the game. Now, you don't forget that part. Oduni Rebel say Martinez went too far. Sha, that's your opinion. I'm gonna respect it. Oduni Rebel say 17 yellow cards, 48 fouls. Whoa, that's an explosion more than the Spain versus Netherlands finals. But whenever there is Netherlands, you expel all of this to happen. Wait a minute. Am I high? Feels like I'm high, right? I'm talking different, right? Benedict, bring me down. Am I high? Am I okay?
No, you're very okay. You're okay. Maybe too many information right now just going through your head, the whole World Cup drama. And maybe I just proud to be an African more than maybe other person right now.
I'm high on Morocco. So, but when we're growing up, Morocco used to be like what they call it, boo. So you don't go smoke Morocco. That's what they used to call it. But it feels like I'm high. Like I don't know, but it feels like I'm high. Like maybe because the podcast is back, it's been weighing on me. It's back, but crazily, I need money. God, somebody just that me like 250 million naira, or probably $1 million. Because somebody just be nice, Jesus said, go and meet somebody who have a donkey and bring it. Somebody have a $1 million that they're not using. Please give it to me. I need to revamp this office. I need to make some changes, some adjustments, like the picture in my head is what I want to be seeing. I'm tired of seeing this picture. I want to see the picture in my head in reality. The microphones, the chairs, the whole system, the training center where I'll be training the next setup. Because I listened to this World Cup, the Pidgin English commentary was not there. Detailed information, whatever. It doesn't matter whether you're saying it in Pidgin English or in English, you just have to be able to do that. And then play with words. And that did comfort, so every time I had to switch off, and that's not really good, switch off and go somewhere else. And then FIFA did something that was incredible. That's how powerful FIFA is. Have you guys noticed that all of the online platform where you can watch this World Cup have been frozen? Damn, superpowers. Like it feels good to have powers. Like, oh Jesus Christ. I just like I learn every day from observing the world. Like as things are happening, you just observe it and like, wow, that's some power. I want to have powers like that. Okay, let's come back to the messages that you guys have dropped so far. Oduni Rameleko, he said, imagine it was Rashford that lost that PK. You didn't see the headline. You didn't see the headline. They said that Rashford missed a sitter to knock England out of the World Cup. Oh, you didn't even see the British. That was some of my status. They seem to find a way to put a black player in the negative conversation. It's not normal British people. We're used to them now. I'm not bothered anymore. It used to bother me back in the day, but not anymore. Odini Rebeleka said, if Morocco enter final, does that mean A to some Morocco in the final, but it's beloved Cameroon shank him? Hey, yeah. Well, I don't know. Mr. Paulo B, it's been a while. He said, good morning, Mr. Edafe. Good morning to you too. As an African, I would like Morocco to win the World Cup. That's the same for me. Additional for I say, my brother Remy, person make math, no me say you go the carry talk or football, not be boxing for trash talking. Boxing is harder than football. The way you said that thing now, you just try to put boxing in what kind of place like that. Boxing is harder. Boxing is not a sport. Football is sport. Boxing is not a sport. So boxing is war. You can die. Like chances are that you would die on the ring, inside that ring, in the ring. Chooks, Aswegu, my guy, absolute businessman. He said, what's your take on possible move for Memphis Depay to Arsenal? I think a Memphis Depay to Arsenal is good, but I don't know if he's going to come with the chips on the shoulder or probably his length is lessened and he's still hunger to prove a point. Because the thing is, Arsenal set up a team that have a workman-like attitude. What Arsenal uses to beat other opposition is not necessarily because the squad is better than other players, but because they have an 11 player on the field anytime that are willing to run more than the opposition, work more than the opposition, defend more than the opposition, cover up the blade of grasses more than the opposition. And then when they get, and you know, the thing about when people say luck does not exist as far as I'm concerned. But when you do the thing you're supposed to do and you do it the best way you're supposed to do it, you maximize your potential. Things begin to fall into place so well that people outside that are watching you, that's how you're lucky because they think that other people have been in that same space, but they don't get what you're getting. The thing is, they've been in that space, but they've not put in the work that you put in. I was telling somebody yesterday, so I was like, hey, how do you get access to all these people, these places? I said that when people are sleeping and taking their nap in the afternoon, I'm working. When they're sleeping at night, I'm working. It's only normal that doors would open in places where you don't expect them to open. A student that reads properly, no matter how ugly they are or how badly dressed they are, they will pass exam. Okay? So it is the same thing with working. You need to find innovative and creative ways to get your self going there. Yeah. Okay? So that's the way it is. I don't think it's going to be luck. It's just working very, very hard. For Arsenal, Memphis Depay will be good, but I think that Arsenal have passed the place of signing just good now. They need great. Okay, I would put any amount of money for Modric, but now the money, the way the club is pricing him, they say, oh, Grealish is 100 million and Modric is better than Grealish, which I agree 100%. But hey, Modric is not an English player and nobody's going to pay over 100 million for him. And then he didn't go to the World Cup. So those guys who are doing that, yeah, I understand now why their price is going up. Arsenal's got an injury problem with Gabriel Jesus, so Arsenal is in desperate position. Desperate people always do desperate things, right? That's not my word. That's the words of Michael Stampley. Okay, but I think that's a good one. Memphis Depay, Cody Gakpo. If Arsenal wants to go for one, Cody Gakpo and Memphis Depay, I think I'll go for Cody. The reason why I go for Cody is Cody can play anywhere across the front line, the same way with Memphis Depay, but he's a lot more hungry than Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay is a Rolls Royce, or probably is a Mercedes-Benz 1994, 1998 Mercedes-Benz pretending to be a Rolls Royce. Okay, I don't think Arsenal need that right now. Okay, but Cody more like a Camry, but with a Ferrari engine. So I think that's the kind of player that they need. But let's see how it goes anyway. Where did I stop? Additional information say only the Croatian team can upset Morocco if the both team meet. Morocco can only beat themselves. Well, let's see as it go. Once you get to the semifinals, it's like penalty. Anything can happen. Okay. The truth is, getting the semifinals means that you've gotten to the end of the tournament. You would win or lose, you will still stay to the finals. You're not getting on the next plane out of the country. Oduni Rebeleka say your fellas to Aston Villa, he don't reach like that. Is he that good in the first place? That's the question I want to ask. I know he's got 22 goals before moving to Atletico Madrid, but is Felix really that good? The thing with my problem with Felix is it doesn't impact the play when it's not with the ball. And when the player is not with the ball, it doesn't impact the play. In today's modern game, that player is a liability. That's actually one of the reasons why Olivier Giroud was let go at Arsenal. At the time, he was let go. But I think what happened was after he left Arsenal, he realized that this is how his career is going to go if he doesn't, add a little extra. And then he started adding that little extra that he needed. People say Arsenal made a mistake for letting him go. I don't think so. But I just never thought that Aubameyang was better than him anyway. Or Lacazette, any one of those two was better than him. But Arsenal needed a real upgrade and in numbers, but Arsenal didn't get that one in at the time. Additional I say Modric position has been from the deep line of the midfield in this World Cup. He has been the silent conductor. Let's say Andre Pello. The coach really did a great job to re-engineer the Croatian team despite the age. That's something that Martinez should have done with the Belgian team, but he was too loyal to certain group of players, and that killed the Belgian team. But do you remember I say Kyle Walker actually that's his best against Mbappe. Nobody's around him, few moments. Rice forgot to close France's most important player, Antoine Griezmann. Then he made that. To you, I don't want no waiting anybody they talk. As for me and my house, now Argentina versus Morocco for finals. Anybody wanted to say, did you see how the English media are finding excuses for Hurricane penalty loss? It's normal. It's called white privilege. Okay, get used to it. It doesn't surprise me anymore, right? But don't you remember, like I say, he is the orchestrator of the midfield to the attack. One slip away from him is leading to a dangerous attack. Edosa Atogagbe said Nigerian players have no place in the next World Cup. Well, we never can say 4 years from now. It's a long time. A lot of things can change. Attitude, form, consistency, performance can change. So let's not sit here and just write them off. Okay. Edosa came back again and said we can't even qualify from the highly competitive stage. Well, we have 9 teams that are qualifying for the World Cup now. We have no excuse not to go to the next World Cup. But then if we don't do well, as Warigo say, who do any year, you go see any year. Let's see how that goes eventually. Odini Remeleka said, yes, so I saw the notification this morning too. They don't freeze all our side. New ones go surface. That one sure. Additional Ufoma, yes, let me say something that I read from, I think it was the book Things Fall Apart, who says that one of the quotes there says, as the hunters have learned to shoot without stopping, the birds have also learned to fly without passion. So let's see. Warigo say, look, we see me and you go tired. Okay. Worry my man in the Porsche PK, no say for night you're sleep for house. And worry my man, you know, they tired to wake up for night to flop person. So if you like, run as much as you want to run. Those people that are doing online streaming, they will still do it. After all, they get paid for the advert that they run on their site. It's called 808 that I really feel for because they've never started running adverts on their site and then they were shut down. Man, I think FIFA just went and paid one Japanese small boy and say, you know what, hack into all these sites, they're back and I show them that confuse the owners. Put a worm on there. All those, what's his goal? It's called 808. Everyone that stream. But then again, people should understand that FIFA competition is holies of holies. Don't touch it. 1 minute of 60 seconds of FIFA content is $10,000. So don't touch it for free. It's going to be a problem. Life. I always say that my golden rule for life is the third law of motion. To every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction. Especially if you grow up with a robo mama where they give slap without you seeing the hand coming, you go no. And that's exactly what's happened to them. But let's move on and see. Additional Alpha, he said, if this Moroccan team, now Super Eagles, some people and the press go say, nah, boring football, no identity, all rubbish. Sack the coach, say, I tire for our people. That is why players misbehave. Obviously, now there's a whole lot of Nigerian journalists that would have destroyed this coach. Oduni Rameleko says Ronaldo fans will be supporting Croatia more than the Croatia team tomorrow. That is if they have the energy to still support a team in the World Cup. Because their goat was seen crying. It went from a goat to a woman. It's one of those things that happen in football. Football will humble you. Neymar will go from a dancer to an inconsolable town crier. Cried non-stop. So much so that he forgot the jersey of the small boy that I was embracing. Was embracing the enemy. He didn't know again. Tears. I know say that who they cried to see, but I don't think them are sorry that day. The other watching finally, I said British press and their palaver. England tried their best because France were there for the taking. Okay, and let me go to Instagram. I saw some new comments, some new people. Hey, Val, I see you, my love. See you there. I cite you. Searched all over. One of the session. I searched for link to stream World Cup. I go search there. Couldn't find nobody. I looked high and low. What the look? Still couldn't find nobody. Nobody's great. Okay. Daily man, I say Morocco local. Where do I go? Habib Ayodeji. Habib, how have you been? He said the energy is off the roof. Boss. Yes, too much energy. I don't know. I just think I'm high. I'm high on something. I ate a go soup yesterday. I think I'm high on a go soup. Big Sammy underscore OG said the Moroccan side has over 14 foreign born players in their team. But in Nigeria, the NFF president is reported to have said he would reduce the number of foreign born players in the Super Eagles. That's the way we are. Deliman has said Swan did a good job. Yes, she's did an incredible job. Deliman, I said the PG commentary guys could have done better. They were horrible this tournament. Okay, 69 Lema. One of the things that I think we should understand is Pidgin English is a language. I'm not going to speak Yoruba better than Yoruba people. You need Pidgin English commentators. Get people who are from the Niger Delta who are good at it, or just don't get anybody at all. Others for Yakata. Too much times of saying it's like you're just hearing the word for the very first time. You need to commentary is about adjective, okay? Applying it in the right way, and you become as smoothly and silky and poetic as Peter Drury. But if you apply it wrongly too, you become like shit. And that's exactly what happened. For me, I could practically say, as a worry boy, listening to some of the Pidgin English commentary, like, what the heck is wrong with you guys? Are you okay? Are you speaking Pidgin English or are you speaking jazz? Well, it's one of those things. Let's move. 69 I say some of the online platform created another URL ASAPF. Hey, Oyetsunji Toyosi, good to see you here. Gufaya Maria says that yes, so I searched everywhere to watch the World Cup online because of me being in the office. So it was FIFA. Yes, they're protecting their price protection. Just the same way you protect your husband from the shackles of Nigerian girls and your children from anybody. It's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. This will never be the same. And when the season resumes now, we hope, say, all those sides to the shoulder so go see the work. Okay, Precious MNK001, he said, good morning, boss, good morning to you. I watched my weekend watching FIFA uncovered. I was so shocked of the kind of politics that is being there. You know, even watch our you know what? See, first off, a lot of people who watch the FIFA uncovered just watch the thing without reading between the lines. So let me tell you something about media. Try and understand this. If you're not going to learn anything from this morning show, learn this. Media is about what agenda the person who is writing, the person who is speaking, or the person who is producing, what agenda they are pursuing. So go back to that FIFA uncovered. The most criminal mind in the whole of that video is Shot Blazer, the late Shot Blazer. But guess what? Because he's an American want to paint him as a good guy who got fed up with bad. They're not calling him whistleblower. It's the only guy who got out of it with a slap on the wrist. So they try to make everybody bad. But then, this is something I want to remind your mind. All the people that they arrested, the FBI have to move from the US to come. Ask yourself this one question. How many of them are in jail? Who's in jail? The FIFA uncovered is not about corruption. So FIFA is a business. And in business, people transact for interest, right? So everybody transacted for interest. I think as an African, what you should have looked at and what was disgusting, annoying, stupid was how everybody negotiated for themselves. France negotiated for Qatar to come and buy Paris Saint-Germain and invest in their league. Since they bought it, they've spent close to 5 billion, okay, in investment, improving the squad and improving the facilities, the stadium and everything, opening shops all over the world and bringing bilateral agreement. What's it called? Brazil negotiated for a biodiesel refinery. Trinidad to make a very small island. They negotiated for their own good and they got what they wanted. Africans on the table, on the front line, representing Africa, were negotiating for 1.5 million for their pockets. That's the greed that have destroyed us. So it's not really about corruption being uncovered. Like I always say, there's no corruption anywhere. What we have is smart people and stupid people. All of the countries you dream to go to. The Queen of England wears a diamond that does not belong to her country, that was stolen. But hey, because they present it beautifully, you like it. So it's not about corruption, it's about stupidity and greed, and versus people who are smart. And you know what that really showed is not corruption in FIFA, because if you show corruption in FIFA, you will send people to jail. One single person is not in jail. So the people who were kicked out of office are still more powerful than you and I who's judging them. So when you look at it, how does Africa negotiate for themselves? Who's negotiating about you? Amos Adamu, 1.5 million. Isaiah, 1.5 million. One of that guy, Numa, Jack, Numa as well. What did you negotiate? Okay, come and help us. Look at George Weah now. George Weah was in Qatar. George Weah is a former football player. Let me just use that as an example to answer this question. George Weah was in Qatar to support his child. Uruguay also came to this World Cup. Uruguay had negotiated earlier for the 976 or 974 stadium to be dismantled and be installed in their country. Liberia does not have a single stadium to play matches. Even their qualifiers are played in different places, right? Couldn't George Weah use his soft power as a former World Footballer of the Year, as a powerful bloc, a president who also have played football at the highest level, to have had the foresight and negotiated for that stadium to be dismantled and come and installed in this country? Obviously, no. What more country have more caravan than Africa? We all have a lot of caravans here. Can we copy from that? I don't know. So that's the part you need to look at, not corruption. When people throw the word corruption, it's just something they say without really understanding it. 69 Lima, he said they changed to score 808.tv. Okay, I didn't know that. Habib Ayodeji said FIFA involved the FBI. I like. I don't involve anybody in that drama. See, I'm shooting TV, I'm shooting movies now. So I know it's a script. You will not understand anyway. I mean, I used to be where you guys were. I remember growing up and I think that everything about WWE was real. All the Robbie Ginelli, the Okoga, and the rest of them, I thought it was real until I found out that it was play. So I understand where you guys are. But let's continue with the show. First Boy 210, Morocco is going home. Okay, they'll be proud going on like this. Ibianu _ AGK, he said the Moroccans are just one-spirited. Bobby Ray 2113, he said good morning, Elegbete and your team. Morocco and Tunisia emphasize my point that the North Africans are ahead on the continent. Okay, your opinion anyway. Bobby Ray 213, he said when it comes to the beautiful game, okay, no problem. I agree with you on that one, especially because of the leagues that they have. They have the top 5 leagues in Africa, so I agree with you on that one. Okay, but talent-wise, I don't agree. Papa Juma, remember that Morocco have to wait for all their foreign-born players to really come and make the team tick. So it's not really about what happens at home. It's about how they use their foreign-born player against our other continents, use their foreign-born player. But that's not a problem. Papa Jamo, I still watch online, Sha. I shouldn't cast the site. Maybe now the site where they get heavy traffic, then they clap that. Obviously, it's the traffic that decides. Okay, and I think we're almost at the end of the road here. Okay, Boys to Men is not playing on the background, but almost at the end of the road. Let's see what happens. Deolaraju says that the British press have their palaver. England tried their best because France were there for the taking. Johnny Gaffa, hey, my guy, what's up? How you doing? As the United Kingdom, give us report from the UK, from the Manchester side of town. Are you guys reacting to this? But I just want to throw up a question. So there's the talk of, let me vote as Benedict. Benedict, there's a talk of Gareth Southgate stepping down. And he said they should give him time to think about it. Some people wanted to step down. Some people thought that this was the World Cup that England should have won. So many things. What do you think? Gary Southgate, what do you think? He played in the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2018, played in the finals of the Euro, and now got to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Arguably, the most successful, apart from 1966, the most successful English manager in the history of English football. What do you want? What do you want him to do?
First of all, the other people, the Roberto Martinez, the Spanish manager, what's his name right now?
Luis Enrique.
They will left their job. Congratulations to them. I really felt like
congratulations for Philly.
Congratulations on finishing a career, on ending a career. If I put it that way. But I feel like Gareth Southgate is one of the best things that have happened to England in a long while. If he stays on personally.
But hypothetically, let me play this. He gets out of this job. What are the possible clubs that would employ him, or probably countries that would employ him?
Most of the time, it doesn't happen that way. It happens from club to country, so we must also reckon that the country to club, it doesn't happen that often.
He has not dropped his resignation letter. He's not walked out of the job.
True.
One Odoko Spinoho is somewhere saying he wants the job. Thomas Tuchel says he wants the job. You think that's the kind of direction that the English should go now? Remember, there is no English coach that can really coach this English national team.
Yeah, true, very true. But I feel like Thomas Tuchel should not be the one. But Gareth Southgate, I think he should leave the job. That should be my own.
No, I'm looking at if he leaves.
If he leaves, they should get an English manager.
Oh, Potter.
Oh god.
Frank Lampard, John Terry.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe that like Steven Gerrard is jobless at this point. So maybe.
Well, I wouldn't say anything. Let me just keep my mouth shut.
Or they could go back to Ray Hudson.
Okay, Rehat, no, I won't kill him, man. Limeritus _123 says the Moroccans have overachieved already. Whatever happens going forward is just a plus. Thanks, thank you, sir. Thank you too, bro. Johnny Gavasi, apparently it's 11 teams now, 9, 1 via playoff and 1 extra. Okay, yeah, because Morocco went to semi-finals. I need to confirm about the extra one, though. That conversation is still going on. So because that conversation has not been concluded, I really don't know, because what it means is a continent, a continent have to drop one. I don't know what continent would have to. I was actually praying, but it's hard when you have 13 teams in the World Cup. It's going to be hard. I was praying that Europe doesn't get past the quarterfinals, but obviously they were going to play against each other, and that was not going to happen. But I was expecting Brazil to beat Croatia. I didn't see Brazil losing to Croatia. I was expecting Brazil to beat Croatia. Probably you now have only one European team in the semi-finals, but that didn't happen. So let's keep our fingers crossed. We'll get the final details eventually. But during the Remila, like I say, the Persian commentary can be way annoying sometimes. Chooks, Adigwe says good morning, Elegote and sports fans. Good morning to you. It's been one of the best World Cup so far, supporting Africa teams for the finals, either in French colors or Moroccan colors. If I slap you, if my lawyer can now, I also tell you. Let me speak in Korean for you. You French team, get out of the tournament. Chuk Savigo says, I think that it's unfair for people to expect CR7 at almost 38 to be performing like a 23-year-old. For me, CR7 are messing. No, wait a minute. Nobody expected anything from Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo put himself in a position where he believes, especially that he should be playing 90 minutes. And if you're going to play 90 minutes, you got to perform like somebody who plays at 90 minutes. Okay? If they give you 90 minutes is not. If I give you my show, I expect certain standard. If you're not going to live up to that standard, I'm going to yank you off. And if they yank you off because you're not living up to that standard, don't complain. just come out and say you're 38, so you do not expect to play that much. But if you're demanding that you're going to play 90 minutes, you're going to play from the start, then you better come to the party with something that resembles what everybody expects you to do. If you can't do that, then hold your hand up and say you're not good enough. That's the point with Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't care what his age is. If he wants to retire, he should retire. If he's not retiring and he wants to compete at a very, very top level, then he's going to do it and do it very well. Sorry, there's no middle ground on this one. I'm sorry. Okay? Entry says, have nothing to prove to anybody anymore as far as football is concerned. That's your opinion. That's not his opinion. If that is his opinion, if they do interview everywhere, they go back and forth. They seek attention. By now, if on the state side, okay, not doing all those jalamiyas that he's been doing. Okay, let's keep it aside, like Toto Dike. Okay, Oduni Rebecca said, talking of WWE, biggest scam in my childhood. Okay, not only you. And then he went on and said, talking about Southgate, I saw in news that Didier Deschamps may continue until Euro 2024. Where does Zizou stand now? We all thought he would replace him after the World Cup. So the plan was, the course of the defending champion will go on. France will be beaten in the group stage. You'll get knocked out. And then don't forget, Karim Benzema was not going, Pogba was not going, N'Golo Kante was not going. So it was easy to say they will lose. And then the fury of that one, Zidane takes over. There was actually a preliminary agreement with Zidane in place to take over. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Now, Zidane, it's like you go and look for a club job because Didier Deschamps has become the only coach to take a country to back-to-back World Cup and be able to re-engineer the team in such a way that both teams played very well. There is a slight, tiny bit of possibility that France would retain the World Cup. Okay.
It looks like 4 years didn't even go by, basically.
Yeah, it just looked like the transition from 2018, got into a time machine, and quantum physics took them to 2022 without them aging, without them losing form, anything. They just stop on that game. And they're unstoppable. Even when you stop Mbappe, Chouamani comes up and scores. Olivier Giroud is there to score. The most underrated striker of all times. But somebody sent me a message and said, Thierry Henry prime, Olivier Giroud prime, who would you pick? And I was like, I don't even have to.
Olivier Giroud was the director striker of all time?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know any other person?
I think Buruchaga.
Who's Buruchaga?
For Argentina.
If I slap you,
I think so.
I
think so.
If I slap you, you get shaky pulse. Dijala Ufoma says, I don't know where them carry the pidgin commentators from. It was so disturbing. No nonsense, no message, no flow, no combination. Them no do research to get the best. Pidgin is from Niger Delta. Get the best. The guys didn't help themselves. They were like David Moyes coaching Manchester United. Okay, they give you opportunity, use it to shine. Right? You have the fixtures, even if it is 1 hour to the game. Just get the basic. Know the club that they play for. I mean, because in commentaries, you can't just flow. No, you can't. It's not possible. Get information. This is the World Cup. It's not like you're going to do commentaries for one grassroots tournament that you don't even know the players. So you're doing a Belgian commentary, and then Hazard gets the ball. Stop saying, hey, they take the ball from here. He can't fall for ground, Yakata. Wait till they down like, woman, we get it. No. Give us a history of Eden Hazard, how good he was at Chelsea, how good he played for the Belgian team in 2018, and then I went to Madrid and became pregnant and fat, and then, now he's lost it. You just feel people. The assumption that everybody know the game is the mistake that a lot of people make when they're doing commentary. Commentary is about research. It's just what it is. If you don't have that research, this is where we'll draw the curtain on the show today. I wish the show is ending. Full, nice. Nice job, Elemental TV. Thank you very much. But we got to pack our bags and baggages and leave the studio. I need to run to the airport now. Right? Thank you very much, Benedict. Any last word, anything we missed today?
Just follow me on Instagram and on Instagram.
That's what we missed today. That's what we missed.
What did we miss today? Instagram Mr. Zil. It's not training, but
get out.
Follow
Benedict on Instagram, please. This guy desperately wants to have a lot of followers. So if I'm sure it would take 10 followers ahead of 10,000 right now. So whatever happens, please follow him and just give him happiness, give him the joy that he's looking for. Since that's where his joy is going to come from, please follow him at Benedict Eki 1. BENEDICT. Eki, EKI, one, number one. Okay. Follow Benedict Eki on Instagram and just make the boy happy. Give him, like, let that be his Christmas gift. 10,000 followers and 10,000 naira. Which one do you prefer?
10,000 followers is a lot, too. It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Okay, 100,000 naira and 10,000 followers. Which one do you prefer?
I'll take 100,000 naira.
Okay.
I'll take 100,000 naira.
Now we know. Now we know. Right? It's been nice being on the show today. I don't know what I'm high on, but I know that my energy is on another level. I hope I can keep this energy continuously for the rest of the year. It's my birthday month. Maybe that's where the energy is coming from. I don't know, but yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Oduni Ramileko say them go just they make noise. Oduni Ramileko what does he say? If she has sack or Potter, them employ Zuzu. Smart move. All right. I gotta go now. Thank you so much for all of the support, all of the push. But please, I want to beg. I am still going to beg. I'm Oliver Twist. Please, when we post our content on the YouTube channel, engage with your comments. We like, it helps us to grow. Without comment, it feels like it's just robots that are viewing it. So if we have 300 views or 500 views or 1,000 views, let's not just have only 1 or 2 comments. It hurts, okay? It makes the hard work, very, very hard. But when you see 1,000 comments and you see 500 views, 1,000 views and 500 comments, then we're in conversation. It's the same data that you will use to view that you used to comment. Please help us to comment. Thank you very much. My name is Daffy Matthews. You love to come in and better one sports. And about Benedict on the show with me as well. I hope that tomorrow I will have the same energy as Emmanuel Sebastian and Benedict will be here and subsequently. But from Wednesday to the weekend, I'm not sure I'm going to be around. I'm shooting my podcast and it requires me being in a camp. We have a camp. So see you next week. Next week will be Christmas week or the upper week?
The upper week.
Okay.
The upper week.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll be here and God bless you all. Bye-bye. Woo! What a show!
Thank you.
See pace. Jesus.